One kind word can warm 3 long winter months. That's what I want to talk about today. Now, if you are experiencing some kind of mental anguish or uncertainty in your life, I might be able to help you with that. Stay listening to the end of the podcast so I can tell you about cognitive behavioral services that I'm offering. Let's begin.
This is a beautiful thought.
Welcome, bright stars. Welcome, brilliant souls. Welcome, beautiful thinkers. Let's talk about kind words. When I was growing up, I didn't fully realize how important it is to use words like please and thank you. And I would say things to my parents like, well, do I really have to plead with my family to get them to do something for them? And I guess I was a little spoiled or something like that. I didn't realize how nice it was when somebody actually does something for me. When they go out of the way and put in their effort to make my life a little easier. I wasn't grateful for that. And now I am. Or I try to be. Please and thank you are wonderful ways to express that and to remind ourselves to feel that gratitude for what others do for us. One day, my friend Daniel was on a bus in Sydney, and he got off the bus and he made a point, as he always does, of waving to the bus driver and saying, "Thank you." The bus driver was so amazed. He stopped the bus and backed it up just to say to Daniel, "Thank you for noticing me. Thank you for acknowledging the work that I do." Never underestimate the value of a kind word. You never know what things people are going through, especially in the big city. It can make a big difference. Sometimes people get a little chilled. They get a little cold after living in the big city. Seeing so many people, I have to shut off their empathy a bit. If we can show some warmth, they can make somebody's day. In Japan, they like to say, a kind word can warm 3 long winter months. And when I first read that saying, it sparked something in me, changed something. And I started to realize how important it is to be kind. About a year back, I went with my nephew to a remote control track so he could play with his car. And my father was there, and my nephew was saying to my father, "Oh, you need to do this." He's ordering him around to get him to pick up the remote control car and put it in a different place. "You need to do this. You need to do this." And I said, listen, buddy, just relax a bit. Nobody needs to do anything for you. So remember, your grandpa is doing these things because he cares for you. He's not doing it out of obligation. And he might be kind and patient enough to accept even when you say this in somewhat brash fashion. But maybe you can think about the way that your words impact others and how you can let them feel good about doing things for you. Every time you say the words please and thank you, you're actually spreading a sort of message of agape, of universal love. Because you're saying you are worthy of respect. I notice you. I acknowledge you. I acknowledge your worth. I guess that's why it's so off-putting when you see somebody be rude to a server in a restaurant or something like that. Because inherently we know this message of peace and universal love that in large part comes from our great teacher, Jesus of Nazareth. We know that. We know people are worthy of respect. We can feel it. It's part of our culture, and it's part of our humanity. Also, when you say thank you, you probably notice a lot of the time at the end of these episodes, I say, thank you for being this, thank you for being that. It's part of speaking truth into existence, or being grateful for things that haven't yet happened. It's a kind of prayer. Maybe when I do that, I'm being a little bit manipulative in a way. Because what I'm trying to say is, if you remember that movie Swingers, when the main character has some doubts about whether he can be confident with women, and his friends say to him, listen, man, I'm not messing with you. You are so money, and you don't even know it. I acknowledge that deeper, purer part of yourself, that fine part that you can let shine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for thinking beautifully. And thank you for showing through your simple words how much respect you have for other people. Because I know you have it. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
A beautiful thought.
Thanks for tuning in. Now, as I said at the top, I'm offering these cognitive behavioral services. Basically, the way it works is have a conversation, I hear you out, do my best to understand the kind of situation that you're in. Once I understand it thoroughly, you can start to ask questions to try to present a fresh perspective, or actually bring a new perspective out of you, so you can see things in a new way, a way that is entirely your own. Like, I'm not trying to force a way of viewing the world on you, but to bring out the magic that is within you. That's the idea, and through that way, we can formulate an action plan, which you then move forward with, moving towards greater fulfillment and purpose in your life. So check out beautifulpodcast.com. You see in the header, it has that link for CBT sessions, and have a wonderful day.